Welcome to another special edition of Youth Sports. I'm Junior Xolile Mpisane, standing in for Hope Mpele ongekho namhlanje. She is a Manchester United supporter after all, so we suspect ukuthi mhlambe se Old Trafford somewhere with the other supporters who are protesting. I'm not alone. Kodwa ke nginaye Qhawe Nzama irregularly ekhaya. Welcome to the show, Qhawe.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Been a while. How are you guys?
Now, good. I will just go straight into that. Hope I think Mfanisile lapha Old Trafford. Yesterday we were waiting for umdlalo obalekile kakhulu between Manchester United and Liverpool. Of course, it was important for the top four race and just for Liverpool to, get back into their groove. So the game didn't happen. What happened?
Self-sabotage, I think, from the United fans. They're ready to get, the glazers off their books. I think a couple of these guys, based on that European Super League thing that they tried, and the English fans just really want to get them off the books, find new owners, and bring back their club and the values of the club. Kodwa ke, I think, first of all, with the way United have been playing, I mean, we were watching that Europa game. They had a really good chance to go there and just, continue the momentum. So I don't know what would have happened with Liverpool. Liverpool hasn't performed well of late. We know, there's a bit of problems. But let's see. What I'm hearing is that they also possibly get the points now for that game.
Liverpool.
Yes.
That would be a very welcome 3 points. But anyway, I'm sure as an Arsenal supporter, you can relate, Yabo, because we did see Arsenal supporters as well, and Yabo wanting Stan Kroenke out of the club. So we're talking about two big clubs in England who wants a change of ownership. At least for Arsenal, we do have someone who says they're interested with Arsenal and bakuluma ngabo £2 billion. Fine, money aside, as a supporter, if you're calling for a change of ownership, what are you hoping to gain from that?
Because they've been giving us shit, these oaks, especially with Kroenke, man. That guy, I don't know. He's been, they call him, what is it, Silent Stan. Silent Stan Kroenke, he's never there. He's never talking, even when it came out of that European thing, and afterwards, the son came out instead of him as the owner. So you can see in your words, he doesn't have interest of the club. He just wants to deepen his pockets, get some more money, and that's it. So if I was in England as well, I would join all these clubs, the striking, because there needs to be a change. There needs to be a change, especially with Arsenal. I mean, number 9.
I read somewhere that one of these owners, one of the teams with Lala, and they were not sure which strip their team played. And Arsenal supporters all came out and said they're very sure that was Stan. So clearly you guys are fed up with this guy. Well, let's go to teams who, even if they were upset with their owners, I don't think they want them out because obviously of the money. That would be PSG, Manchester City, that oil money talks.
No, there's no ways Bazophuma lapho.
UEFA Champions League, man. We saw the first round, first leg, semi-finals. After what PSG did against Bayern, I think a lot of people expected they'll play better at home, but we saw them losing 2-1. Firstly, when's it again in that first leg?
If you watch that game, I think Pep, he showed he's a master tactician. To go and win that game without any strikers, where they just played, I think it was 5 or 4 centre mids up there, and they kept on switching, the play. Jeez. No, the Pep, I got thing a strike. Aguero sitting there watching and saying, no, I definitely am leaving because irrelevant. Pep is still going to be there next season. He's still going to be doing what he's doing. I do think it's still a tight game. Yeah, it's still a very tight game. Mbappe, you got Neymar. Anything can happen, Labayan. Yeah. But I do want to congratulate Ruben Diaz. I think that guy has been solid for City. And if you look at the impact he's had, I always equate it to like Van Dijk. coming to Liverpool, to be honest.
Good. Yeah, okay. One new coach down, Holland, Man City dealt with him. So we saw that Mbappe was not very effective in the first leg. Do you think the second leg was a war with a point to prove?
You're blind, Lamvan. So you never know what can happen. I think they're gonna try and do their best. Obviously, it's still only 2-1. 2-1 is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, you can come back but collectively the players they have, I still think they have better players than City. It's just that the team and how they function and the formation, that's where they differ. So anything can happen, Lapayan.
Right. There is another semi-final. It's probably not as interesting. I'm joking, Chelsea supporters. Chelsea, Real Madrid, 1-1. I mean, if we're being honest, Chelsea should have come out of the first leg with a better margin than 1-1, but it is 1-1. It puts them under a bit of pressure at home. They did score an away goal, but if Real Madrid score first, then what happens? Would they be able to penetrate to Madrid? Because we saw what they did to Liverpool, ne? When they were in control, in Liverpool, and they couldn't do anything. So if Madrid were to score first, do you see Chelsea in a little possibility to penetrate?
You know what? Somehow I just don't see Chelsea going past this one. To be honest,
that's what we said the last time.
I remember, but somehow I feel like it's one big giant too many for them.
Yeah.
Madrid will score. I have a feeling they always score. They will score, and with everything Abanayo, mind, with the players they have, with Werner will always miss a big chance or two. We know him.
Yeah.
Or Abraham, I don't rate them to be, coming for the big stages.
Yeah.
I just see one way, Madrid maybe 2-0, and they go into the final. Who knows? I actually think they are the favorites to win it in my head.
Yeah, but there has to be at least one upset. So who knows? Chelsea could be that upset. Sinai Champions League here to Nala, Africa, right? The CAF Champions League. We saw the draw on Friday. Very, very interesting things happened in Cairo. And it was in Cairo. So, yeah, I'm sure PITSO was in being drawn straight up against his former team, Mamelodi Sundowns, CAF Champions League quarterfinals.
We're all licking our lips for that one, eh? We're all licking our lips. So it's the prodigal son will return to South Africa, obviously, come against his old team. And, well, his team is 3 guys now. We know that, Umniti and the rest of them. But this one, I don't know. Something special might come from his Sundowns. As much as they haven't, hit the heights of PITSO, but they've been consistently doing what they do. They know how to win, and they know how to win at the right times for in Doyaba. So it's very interesting to see what might happen.
And looking at how the teams played in the group stages, of course, the Sundowns finished on top of their group, clean. Ahly were just on and off, and then was a tall position too. And even in the league, khona nama draw bawathole, kulindele ukuthi bazowina. So do you think it's the fact that when you look at uManqoba and even Norulani, they've been longer at Sundowns than PITSO has been at Ahly, that will also play a role when these teams are pitted together?
I think so, because you look at the form, like you're saying, of Ahly in the league. They're sitting second right now. Plus, they played a lot of games. They went away, played the Club World Cup, so those are all factors that come into this sometimes.
Yeah.
I really wish for Sundowns to win it, as much as Ngamthanda PITSO and everything, but if Sundowns wins it and goes and wins the Star, it's another win for South Africa.
Yeah, so your money is on Sundowns.
No doubt.
Clean.
How? Clean.
All right, okay.
Clean.
Because I don't want you to stay with
clean.
Sundowns, clean. Of course, another surprise team that made it to the quarterfinals. Because Chiefs, man, they're in the draw. In fact, until
Chiefs
I saw them in the pot.
Chiefs is Ojiwa. It's caught when you
Hey, Simba. don't you think Uhlambe is Simba? If since they avoided the North African teams, then maybe Simba is the team that they could play against.
I-Chiefs izodliwa nje. Ngimile lapho. I-Chiefs izodliwa. Nina nonke nisupport i-Chiefs ngicela unitshela nizodliwa futhi nje.
Wow, so the magic in the CAF is gone.
Sekuqediwe lapha yana.
Right.
Quarterfinal done and dusted. Chiefs will be coming back home, but actually they won't even finish in the top 8.
Yeah.
Maritzburg will be better than them.
Okay, sounds of fear, Maritzburg. I mean, good things happening for Keizer and teams, but Orlando Pirates, we have to talk about them, and they did make it now to the quarterfinals. Just made it of the Confed Cup, and they picked the worst draw that they could ever pick. Raja Casablanca, 2018 winners, finished top of their group, 6 out of 6 wins, 13 goals scored, 0 conceded. No one wanted to pick their team. Orlando Pirates got them. Do you
Kanjan, hey, no, you know what? You're sitting here, you look at them, how they're doing in their own league, man. With Tushachwa's mistakes, with Yonke Leon, I just don't see how they get past them. Obviously, Casablanca are favorites to go and win it again, but angibona ukuthi Pirates ingadlula lapha. There's a lot also just happening with the coaching staff and the background and all that talk. There's some unrest that's happening at Pirates. Yeah, so I'm not sure.
But let us talk about Tushachwa. This is a matter of national interest too. Captain, welcome, Xolile. What's going on with that guy, man?
Tushachwa Winja. You not only let Pirates fans down, you not win como actually. Maninga makameng awasho kodwa.
Well, yeah. Coach so do you think maybe if I'm fire benching for like
how
2
do you
or
get
3
tired though when you're a professional athlete, you get paid to play football, you're training,
but COVID, games coming in Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, so they're hardly getting breaks, yabo.
Abanye badlala bakhathele bona.
Yangazi phela mhlawumbe uhlatshayo nama special needs. So you don't think he needs rest or anything?
No.
It's just uyaboza
inkomo and mhlambe fanele ayodlalela bono cheaper no banongcono.
After Pirates spent so long chasing him, Pela, this guy was like the number 1 target for Pirates supporters for seasons after season. Look at what's happening. Yeah, well, he did lift the MTN 8, so I think Hlambeke bazomnikeza a break, but it's okay. MTN 8, that was the only cup that they got this season, and the league is obviously gone, I'd say.
But they broke our hearts, man. He broke our hearts.
Yeah,
the more I think about it.
After what happened.
Hey, we're sitting there, we're sitting number 1. We're like, no pain. I'm sure was licking his lips, looking at Pirates and Sundowns, and then they come and do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was disappointing for all the other people who are not Sundowns supporters who wanted the league to be more exciting. But let's talk about the Keizer and teams. We saw the derby, which was very interesting, actually, in terms of tactics and everything. We saw arrows, and I think they deserved a point from that game. It came, they didn't get the goal. So 1-0, Amazulu take all 3 points. Great. But for Maritzburg United, they seem to be getting those important wins here and there. Sisbabonile, the position 12 manager.
Correct.
Yeah, 7 points away from Black Leopards. And they do have a game in hand. So you think Hlambeke actually win, Mangakalba in the clear?
We'll be surprised. There's a couple of games left. Like I've been saying, I think if they just get a consistent run of wins, no losses, they definitely will survive. They can even be as optimistic as starting at looking at top 8. But it's there to be taken. Chiefs, it's there for the taking.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the whole season they've been fighting relegation, but now they could actually make it to the top 8. Wow, football is crazy.
Very.
But something that is even crazier, Formula 1. at this part of the season, we know it's just 3 races in, right? But it's been a while where we saw Hamilton on a challenge. I mean, he didn't have pole position. His teammates, Valtteri Bottas, did. And at the start of the race, he was like at the back, I think position 3 or something. But then, he did what Lewis does. Your thoughts on the Portuguese Grand Prix?
You know what? This guy is he's phenomenal. I'm not even a fan of Mercedes, but you can't help be a fan of
Ferrari?
Yeah.
Same,
Come on, I grew up in the Ferrari ages.
Yeah.
But you sit there, you watch Hamilton season in, season out, how he just does it consistently, how he manages to play these games with all his challenges. I mean, you look at Rosberg won once, and he said he can't do it again for another 2 or 3 seasons against Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's how much mentality of a champion he has. Verstappen will be chasing him hard this season. I know. I truly hope he goes on to win it. Be the 8-time world champion, stay there as the GOAT alone. And let's see. At least it's interesting though now, eh?
Yeah, but because so far it's like they've been swapping wins. So maybe the next race, if Verstappen and Aitata, then Mercedes win like the championship.
It's done now. We know, they're leading. They won't lose that lead once they go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. So again, you predict that Hamilton will probably take this title.
It'll be a close one this season. You sit there, you look at, he had a mistake 2 weeks ago where he basically went back to, last position, and then he came for second when Verstappen won. Again, he made a mistake at the start of this one, not to claim pole firstly, and then he made a mistake, but it came back for him. So he knows he has a challenge on his hands, and not just Verstappen. It's also Bottas.
Yeah.
We sit there, we forget Bottas has the same car as Hamilton, so it's really going to be tight.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it up with some positive news. Something crazy happened over the weekend on the racing track, a different kind of racing track. We had the World Relay Athletics. Shame, we only had 3 teams there. I think we had a 4x100 a men, a 4x400, and then we had one 4x400 mixed team. But it was the 4x100 men who did the job. Akani Simbine is the leader, Clarence Munai, Tando, and Gift Yotlela taking that win, man.
What a way to wake up to good news. I won't lie to you. When you're sitting there, you see it, you're like, oh man. I first thought there's no ways we won when I was watching it as well. You're sitting, you're thinking, no. He roped him in that last 20 meters, and just congratulations to Simin and the crew.
Yeah.
It was an excellent performance. Let's hope they can keep it up, especially going into Olympics, and let's see what we can get. Yeah,
the craziest part is I was following the relay champs on YouTube, right? And I was waiting for our race, but looking at Vilabanya Band, and I sort of stepped away. Right? But I saw on Twitter that we won, so now people started posting clips are gone. Now I'm watching with the mentality that we won, but I'm looking at this thing, I'm like,
there's no ways we won.
So we then right at the end, I can't make that dip. So that was an important win, especially Olympic here. So I'm sure with the confidence, they can do something in the relays or in the individual races.
Correct. If they continue like this, the boys just have to train harder, keep focused, and hopefully, like you're saying, take this momentum and which will push them into maybe silver, some silver.
Yeah.
We definitely like that.
We need more medals, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, because Rio was not good to us at all. All right, now we're going to move on to the second part of the show. Your favorite parts, I'm sure.
Well, there's no more competition here. I'm sitting all alone.
No, sometimes you compete with the man in the mirror. So let's see. Yeah, it's that time of the show, the quiz time. Shout out to Red Bull and Jägermeister. and I'm sure you're waiting for your favorite part as well. I've got
let's get
5 easy questions for you. They're not my questions, they're Ntlaga's questions. Shout out to Lord Ntlaga, but I think he's got good questions for you this week.
Let's get it.
Umufuna uyiphuzela, uzofuna ukuyiphuzela wena. So let's go. Usain Bolt, how many Olympic gold medals has he won?
Jeez, I have to calculate now.
You have to. Unless you want to guess, you're free to.
12?
Is that your final answer?
That's the final answer.
Take a shot, man.
What was the answer?
Hey, Usumthanda, cool. He's got 8.
Hey,
He's got the 246 for the 100 and 200 meters
200.
for 2008
yes,
and the 12 and 16. And he's got 2 relay medals, so 8 in total. Take a shot, man. Yeah. Nah. All right. Taking it to the moon. What was the first sport to be played on the moon?
Sports has been played on the moon?
As it turns out, yeah.
Ah.
And these are verified, so yeah. I know.
Hit and a miss. First sports played on the moon. I'd say because the Americans landed there first. So maybe baseball?
What's foot baseball?
No, baseball.
Wrong. You should think astronauts, I mean, they're not going to be like all football-y and baseball.
What are they playing?
They played golf. They just took like an iron and he missed his first shot and then he hit the second one with no gravity. It flew, I don't know, it's probably going to land somewhere. When planet, let's gazikon. All right, moving on. This is going to be easy for you. Which international rugby team is known as the Pumas?
Argentina.
Okay. Should make it harder. All right. Yeah.
I thought you were going to see that. I'm like, let me just leave us.
No. Chances, please. See, this is why I'm going to pick the most difficult one for you. Yeah. So, in which sport would competitors use a piece of equipment known as a foil?
What?
I foil look Samish. But it's the same spelling.
Okay, wait. Usually I can pass on a question to someone, right? And I'm alone
so
today.
You're gonna pass it to the crew.
Yes, I'll pass it to the crew. No ways am I taking a shot again.
If he gets it right, you
Yes.
drink.
I drink if he gets it right.
Okay.
Let me yes. Okay. Foil. Foil. What is it? The bow and arrow, maybe, or I don't know.
No.
What?
It's fencing. As it turns out, that little sword
it's called a
thing
foil.
is called a foil.
There's no ways I would have ever got that.
Yeah, that's what it's called. So how many down now? 4. You've got one more left. Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
he
it was
got
passed on,
yeah, he
right?
passed
It was passed on.
So
He must
drink. But after the show, because we want the camera to be steady. Yeah. All right. Which heavyweight boxer calls himself the Gypsy King?
Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Okay.
Come
Well,
on.
we'll give that to you. Yeah. So how many did you get?
No, I got 2, I think.
2.
Yeah.
Nah, you should take another shot.
Questions- these questions were hard today.
Well, they're hard.
Foil.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
No. All right.
no. But I'll take one for
Do
control.
I have
anyways.
a gift?
This is just for control.
Oh. Okay, so we'll just start. All right. Well, thank you for coming through as always, Qhawe, and for getting some answers correctly. We'll give you a gift.
It's awesome. That's why I love coming here.
We have one head, so we'll just give you one.
No, that's perfect.
helped you win the game at least.
Shout out to you. Thank you.
And the socks.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming through. And this has been another special edition of Youth Sports. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Next time, hope we'll be back.
Ha.